Hi. Hey. What's up? For the third time? Yes. Third time. Third time's a charm. That's how many times I messed up this video already. First time I decided to try and record this, I forgot to turn off my battery saver on my PS4 controller, or whatever you want to call it, where it shuts off on its own. So that in turn disconnected my headphones, which blasted audio from the TV, which messed up all the sound. And I just started, so I was like, I'll just redo it. It wasn't too much of a hassle. But then, second time, I did the whole thing. I did this whole video. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna edit the the gameplay in the background. We're gonna wrap this up. It's gonna be great. My mic was muted the whole time. Only because while I was recording the gameplay footage you see behind you, I went into my actual settings and mute all microphones. So not me accidentally pushing a button this time and muting it. I had the whole system just muted it for me. So, hoorah. But anyway, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all doing good? We're about to talk about Sifu as a whole and how to get to the true ending of the game. So, spoilers alert. I'm going to give you a couple seconds to back out this video. Make up your mind if you want to watch it or not. Go ahead, feel free. Alright, hope you guys made up your mind. If y'all stuck around, hey, what's up? Let's get down to business, okay? Okay, so the true ending of the game happens after you beat the game the first time. Well, how to unlock the true ending, that's how you do it. So you have to play through it at least one time. You know, take down all the bosses, go through everything, blah, blah, blah. And, which I did last night, which took about 2 hours. And I mentioned in the time because it took me 2 hours to play through it again. I mean, yeah, I used shortcuts and stuff. But it don't matter. It shouldn't. I don't know. I guess it was because I went back and played the level so many times to get my age lowered and prepare for the next level that I'm just used to everybody and their combos and stuff like that. But even Yang, the final boss, he's the reason it took me 2 hours to beat the game last night. I beat him in like 20 minutes, 15. I don't make no sense. I swear I don't. But anyway, once you beat it, you get sent back to your dojo, sanctuary, whatever you want to call it, your house, your abode. And you have the opportunity to play through all the missions again, which is the gameplay you're seeing behind me. And the goal is this time, when you get to the bosses, you only want to break their structure. You don't want to take them down with when the button prompts pop up, and you don't want to have their health drain out. So you do actually have to be pretty good at parrying, which is more effective because that increases their structure. And instead of trying to hit them a bunch of times, which lower the health, you'll mess up. You might kill them on accident, and then you gotta do the whole thing over. I did that with a couple bosses, just for the satisfaction because I hate them. But this time, you can only do it in the second phase of the boss fight. I tried in the first phase. It doesn't activate. But the second phase, when the structure is broke and then the button prompts pop up for the takedown, don't do the takedown. Let them regain the consciousness, rethink their motives, whatever they're doing, and then break their structure again. Which the bar is going to be pretty much full up, so it's not going to be too difficult to do once again. Once you do that, then you will get a prompt to push the left D-pad, and that will spare them. And that's how you get the true ending in the game. I'm not going to talk about the true ending. You guys are just going to see it. You're going to have to stick around for that. Don't fast forward and cheat either, sucker. Ooh, excuse me. But now, God, indigestion. Now I'm going to talk about this game in its entirety. To me, for me, how I feel about the game, stuff like that. My review, basically, my little final thoughts on the game. I saw earlier, I eat breakfast, you know what I'm talking about. They released the Accolades trailer on YouTube, so I watched it. And that's where they show off the scores, basically all the critics and game reviews, people, magazines, websites, blah, 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 giving their score. And Sifu got a bunch of 9s, 9.5s, and some 10s. And you know what? I give it a 9 out of 10. Now, if you ask me any other day, I'll probably say 10 out of 10, depending on how I feel it. But right now, at this moment, as it's freshly, well, it's been hours now because I done messed up on this video so many times and done other stuff in between. I beat this game earlier today, so I want to. My score now that it's fresh is 9 out of 10. And I'll talk about that one point, which will be the con and then the pros. But I'm definitely going to talk about the cons first because it's not a lot compared to the pros. So one of my main reasons and problems that kind of all gel together is I'm going to start off with the camera. There's too many times and too many situations I've been in, especially, mostly just fighting situations where the camera gets me caught up. And I get a beat down and I get a game over and I get mad and I punch the wall. I can't afford to punch the wall no more. I can't. Not because I'm scared I'm going to break my hand or something. I told my landlord, my cousin, I would stop punching the walls, okay? Over there in the door in this room, office, whatever you want to call it, the closet door has a huge crack in it from these bad boys right here. Okay, and there's other holes. Sounds so bad. There's other holes around my apartment. And yeah, I told him I'll stop doing that. So, but it's the camera, not necessarily like in a 1v1 fight, because the camera is easy to control. Because I think honestly, you gotta add camera control to your fighting style and fighting techniques to be successful. Because you want to know where everybody is, you want to know the environment and stuff like that. And especially if somebody off screen, they throw a bottle at your face, you ain't gonna see it coming until it cracks you in the face, and then that dazes you or stuns you or whatever. And now 2 people rushing up on you, hitting you with combos, putting you to bed, all because of the camera. And that's where most of my frustration comes from. If you guys watch the playthrough, if you haven't, man, feel free to go back and check the bad boys out. All live stream, all with my face all in it. That was my frustration pretty much throughout my whole walkthrough, was camera control in the crowds was just kind of difficult sometimes. And then that also goes into the computer AI and the dodge block, well, blocking, dodging, avoiding and parrying mechanic in the game were also sometimes problems for me. The AI, only thing that would catch me off guard is if somebody does a move I ain't never seen them do, And I done played through that level like 10 different times, and y'all done did the same moves every time. And now all of a sudden this playthrough, you got a new move out your back pocket. You're not getting better. I am, bro. What are you doing? Why did that never activate the 100 times I fought you, but now 101 you got something new? Come on now. And but anyway, the other big issue I had is just blocking in general was not really effective. Because there's, again, go back and watch my playthroughs. There's plenty of times I held my controller up with me holding the L1 button down. And that's the block button. That's what you use, but there's still times I get caught and still get laid out. Like I don't understand. And my structure wasn't even full, so how did my card break? It don't make sense. Sorry, I had to double check to make sure my mic was muted. I didn't check before I started recording this. I mean, I know I fixed it earlier, but you just gotta be certain sometimes. Anyway, now I have learned that avoiding, which is where you hold and block and you just move the stick around, that is more effective than blocking, parrying, or even dodging. Like dodging is just like, okay, too many people running at you, create some space, or turn and run and use your environment for your advantage or something like that. I get that, but it's plenty of times it's just, I don't feel like it worked the way it intended to work. And it's like, yeah, it could be my own fault, but it's like, why all of a sudden did I stop blocking, or I didn't dodge, or I didn't parry when I've been doing it this whole time? Like, what? I feel like sometimes the system kind of like clashed with itself and caused it like not to activate at the right or appropriate time. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I just need to get better. But I fought a lot of people, and I've ran into that problem more often than not. Because it's like, I know the timing, I know the moves. Jesus. I shouldn't be getting caught up the way I'm getting caught up. It didn't make no type of sense at all. And I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I mean, it's still frustrating, but I mean, like I said, it is what it is. There was one other thing that kind of bothered me a little bit. Oh, actual crowd control. I can't think of any games right off the top of my head. I know they're out there. But this game doesn't have really counters built into it like other games have. Like, even when you parry, that only like stuns for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can get themselves back together and be right back in it. So it's like crowd control. I learned that like it's better to, like, you hit him with a 2-piece. Okay, he's kind of going through the animation of being hit, so you hit this person because they too close, and then somebody else behind you hit them, and then you try to like rotate. It don't work all the time, but that's like the best crowd control you can manage. And I know that's not how this game works, because this game is a homage to classic kung fu movies, and I should know better. I've watched plenty in my lifetime. It's like the number one thing my dad would go to the movie store and rent his old martial arts movies, and I'd watch them with him. And thinking back on them, a lot of the times, if it was 1 against 10, the hero of the film or whatever, master or whatever you want to call him use his environment to his advantage. Me, I think I'm like Jet Li. I can take on everybody. A one punch man. I'm gonna just stand there and knock everybody out because that's what I want. You know what I'm saying? That's not how this game works. But it's fine. It's fine. That was one of the habits I had to break because that's not realistically how people would fight. You know what I'm saying? And this game is more sort of rooted in realism a little bit than like a Ninja Gaiden or something. They got like special abilities and stuff like that. Nah, it's just like a interactive kung fu movie, really. Yeah, it was just really kind of like the crowd control that kind of got me and stuff like that. Now the pros. I mean, what can I say? Starting off visually beautiful, stunning. I mean, the art choice they decided to go with, I love it. Kind of, it's like to me, it's like a 3D Samurai Jack, which I'm cool with. Like Samurai Jack was my show, bro. So I'm for real cool with that one. But yeah, not the environments, level designs. I kind of like it all. Like I really didn't have a problem with it. I mean, only if like there's a bunch of enemies in a small space and then the camera starts getting janky. It's where I'd get upset. But other than that, nah, man, straight up. How they put the levels together, I enjoyed it thoroughly, through and through. I don't know what else I can say about the level design. The combat system in general, not the best. But once you learn it and get parrying down, you get avoid down and dodging and when to attack and stuff like that. And you kind of get good at the crowd control I was talking about where you can go at multiple enemies at one time. It's good. It's fluid. I really do like it. The buttons are responsive. Like I said, the blocking and parrying and stuff, it's a little iffy to me. It might have just been me. I 100% believe it could be, but sometimes they act like it was working 100%. But I mean, other than that, combat system was fluid. Again, I can't say it's the best I've ever played. I don't even know what kind of list that would be, but I mean, I like the storyline again. Takes me back to when I was a kid with me and my pops when we was watching kung fu movies. It's your typical story of revenge. Somebody died, you're going back to avenge them. It's like your brother, your cousin, your uncles. You know how those movies are. And I mean, I think they nailed it. I wish it was a little bit longer. And I do also wish there was like unlockables, like maybe could have like put on a filter to give it more of that retro foreign film vibe, or like unlock special characters, like I don't know, like Drunken Fist, Jackie Chan, and somebody throw Mr. Miyagi in there. You know what I'm saying? Like just those legendary people, especially Bruce Lee, bro. Come on, man. I love the war. Be walked on, my friend. Like, with a pair of nunchucks, I'd have been fire. I don't know if they would do some DLC for this game. I'd play it. I'd do a whole nother series on it. I swear to God, I would. Just because this game is like that much fun, and its replayability is very high to me. For one, because your second playthrough, that's where you get the true ending. Because the original ending don't make a bunch of sense in general. But the second playthrough is where they're like, okay, you go through, you do it this way, and you get the true ending. Then it kind of makes more sense. You're like, oh. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I apologize. I apologize for that too. I don't know how long it's been going on, but these pipes, man, pipes. Every time they flush the toilet, it sounds like a freaking dragon is going through the wall. Scares the out of me all the time, bro. Swear to God. Especially if I don't know it's happening. It's crazy. But yeah, I wish there was just a couple more things to unlock. Maybe, you know, some secret levels, some secret bosses, and stuff like that. But I mean, hey, it's still a great, beautiful game if you want to play it. It's not one to pick up and just think it's a beat 'em up game. Go ahead, warn y'all now. That's not how to play this game. Tell you, learn the game, learn the mechanics, and then you're gonna see. Then you're gonna see how much fun it. I mean, it really is, truly is. I mean, I feel like 9 out of 10 is perfect. I could even say 9 out of 9.5. Because I mean, if I'm just complaining about the camera, it's really. I mean, it's not too much. It's pretty much a simple game. I mean, I wish you could unlock more, better, quicker. You know, whatever the case may be. But I mean, this is one of those games you unlock stuff to how you play and like stuff you want to do that help you out. Cause that's what I did. I just went for stuff that like how I fight or how I move around and stuff like that to help me out. You know, I mean, ultimately it got me a lot better. So that's pretty much my final thoughts on Sifu. I mean, again, 9 out of 10, man. Pretty good, pretty great game. Only on PS4 and PS5 right now. Only digital copy as well. I think I picked it up for like 40. Was it 40? I think it was $40, 30 or 40. It was one of those. Might have been on sale real quick or something like that, or I might have had a discount or something like that. I don't remember, but worth every penny. Worth every penny. Promise you guys that. But that's it for this. I got some other games in the works, some other edited videos in the works, man. You guys stay tuned. How to stay tuned, y'all already know what to do, man. Like, comment, subscribe, come join the family, come join the game, man. Tell me how you guys, if you plan on playing this or you enjoyed my walkthrough, anything like that, man. Hey, let me know, comment down below. Also, my socials are down below. Probably on Twitter. I might do a poll like the next game of the games I got to see, just interact with my community and see what y'all want to see next. And again, as I said before, I do plan on live streaming more, just because it's easier for me. That's the easiest way for me to get videos out instead of spending hours editing, making thumbnails and rendering all the great glorious stuff that comes with uploading videos. I enjoy it because, you know, you can put your little spin on it and make it a little bit more funny and stuff like that, but sometimes it's a hassle, and your boy got enough on his plate right now. But till then, I'm gonna see y'all in the next one, man. Y'all be good.
Time has passed since the days I trained you. We were family. At least, that's what I believed. But then, during my darkest days, your father revealed his true self. He never cared about us. He cast me out. Try harder. 8 years. Come on. Come on. Try harder, you fool. That's all you got? After 8 years of training? Years. Do better. Do better. Try harder. Try again. Try harder. Come on. Try harder, you fool. Do better. Try harder. I bet Sifu didn't teach you this one. This is pathetic.
Please, stay with me.
Sifu's lineage ends here. With your death.
This is Wuda.